The first thing I do when I clean a shower here is I use the sprayway, and you want to just spritz it here and here. If this isn't shiny, it appears dirty to a guest. Even if it isn't, it also helps sanitize it. But the sprayway works really great on this. Also, as I'm doing this, I'm checking my levels. This one needs body wash. They almost always need body wash. I'm not really sure why. This would probably get you through a guest. However, why not fill it up since you're here? You don't want the guest to run out. So the first thing I do is shine all the silver. Be careful not to turn the shower on. I have done that several times. This is definitely an area that everyone is going to touch in the shower, so you want it sanitized, but you also want it shining. When these fixtures aren't shining, it just feels not clean. Okay, next you want to check your soap tray. I don't care if it looks clean, I want you to spray it and I want you to wipe it. Make sure it's sanitized. If someone set their own stuff up there, maybe there's some soap scum you didn't see, but you'll feel it when you wipe it. Next, I'm going to spray, you can see all the water spots. I'm going to spray the wall with our antibacterial spray. Kill all the germs. And as you go down, you should catch stray hairs. Make sure those stick to your rag and you don't leave them behind. And you want to get all the way down. This one has some buildup on it, so it tells me we may not be doing this every time just because it doesn't appear dirty. We want it wiped to be sanitized. All right. I'm just going to get a fresh side of my rag. I like to fold my rag in fours. You don't have to do that. You can just grab a new one. I like to use all the sides first. If you are uncomfortable kneeling down in the shower, grab a towel or your rag and just put it under your feet. This shower pan isn't perfect, but if it was, I would definitely not put my shoes in it. This one kind of came like this. And I'm just pushing, I'm pushing pretty hard because I want to get any soap scum that's left on the tile up. Next, I'm going to step out. I'm going to do the floor. Most of these, I think all of these actually, have a glass door, but this one does not. I would use the sprayway on the glass door if it was a glass instead of curtain. This one is frustrating. We did the construction clean on this, or I would spend way more time on it. I actually know that this one doesn't come clean all the way. It still is like a little discolored, which is frustrating for me. But as long as you make sure it's sanitized and you get all the stray hair, the main thing is killing the germs and not leaving behind anything from the last guest. All right, and that's how you clean a shower. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is make sure we remove the trash. I'm actually not gonna take it out right now, but I'm gonna set it out so I don't forget, or if my partner gets done first, can grab it for me. I'm gonna save the toilet for last because it's the dirtiest part of the bathroom. I'm gonna switch over to the vanity. Now, I'm short, so I can't get all the way to the top. Typically, that's not needed on a turn, but if you notice it getting dusty or if you can see a defined line, Get a step stool, climb up here, whatever you're the most comfortable with to take care of all of it. Normally on a mirror, you're getting right here. You can see little splats. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but little splats from water, from either washing your hands or brushing your teeth. So first thing I'm gonna do is the mirror. So we're gonna try to go clean to dirty. In the bathroom, the cleanest space in the bathroom is the mirror. Start there. You always want to check the light fixtures. These are getting a little dusty, but they're okay. We have it scheduled for a detail soon, so it should be fine. But if it's a lot of dust or cobwebs, you need to go ahead and take care of the light fixtures. This looks clean, but I'm not sure. I know they use the sink, so I'm going to get rid of that and get a fresh one. On my sink, I'm going to use our antibacterial spray. Ours happens to be Mr. Clean diluted right now. That's typically what we use. I spray it a lot on this surface. I am trying to catch all the hairs is what I'm doing. I'm also sanitizing it, but I want to get every little hair left behind. You want to get around the faucet really, really well, the bottom of the soap. This one could be filled up a little bit. If you're in a rush, it would pass as okay, but if you have time, you might as well refill. So again, I'll just flip my rag over because I'm also trying to catch the hair and keep the hair. So you'll see me do it a lot on a hairy surface. You want to get around the drain really well because that's where you'll get toothpaste buildup or even soap buildup. Okay, this is a scuff on the sink, so I can't do anything about that. That was a hair, I can get it. The next thing that I think we skip sometimes, not intentionally, but get skipped, get a clean part of your rag and you want to sanitize and clean this. A lot of the other ones have a silver one and you can actually see spots, so you would want to use the spray way on the silver one. Get underneath, get here, and get here. And then definitely down here, and like I said, all around the base. Just make sure anything that can shine, you want it shining. And then I would go down to here, and I would just dust these rails off. In a bathroom, it gets very dusty from the toilet paper. This one's really dusty, actually. This may not need to be done every time, but if you notice it, get it. This is an area that you would see if you're using the bathroom, using the toilet, you would see the dust. So anything like that you want to take care of. Another thing is the toilet paper. This gets very dusty. Probably could be wiped every single time. So you want to just wipe that. Okay, then we'll move on. I'll scoot these over. These are folded and don't look touched. They seem fine to me. So I'm just going to scoot them out of the way. I am going to dust some more of this shelf a little. If it looks dusty under there, there's no need to sweep them up under it. It's almost impossible. So just take your rag and pull out what you can so that you can sweep them up it. Look what was under there. Quite a bit. So stuff like that saves you time. Feels like it doesn't, but it really does. Okay. All right, next, you want to grab your toilet bowl cleaner. You don't need much. You got to be careful with it. The actual blue color will stain the toilet seat. Get gloves. I don't have any gloves with me today, but get gloves. Twist this. Okay, there we go. You can do a full circle. You really don't even have to. Grab your toilet bowl brush. You want to scrub all around. Even if the toilet looks clean, I want you to scrub the toilet bowl. It'll refresh it and also will keep it from getting like the hard water stains in the toilet. We don't want to have to get a pumice stone out on an Airbnb. We never actually should have to do that unless it's one that's set. But these are booked a lot. Just going to make sure it's clean. Okay. I'm just going to flush it. I'm actually going to rinse my toilet bowl brush off as it's flushing. Don't let it splatter on you. Scoot that out of the way. Then I'm going to shut this and I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to get the whole back. So you want to do the top, the back, down by the little clasps. I always do the lid and then go to the side to keep my hair from falling in the toilet if I have it down or even in a ponytail. Get the sides. You want to get the front. You want to get the whole toilet bowl because There's little dribbles down there most of the time. Also, when I'm done doing that, I go around the floor and I'm looking for loose hair. I don't know if you can see it, but there's several loose hairs I picked up doing that. I'm just throwing it out. Then next, I'm gonna get the toilet seat. I'm gonna spray it, and I'm gonna spray it right here as well. But I'm gonna start at the top again. This way. So again, clean to dirty with everything. This, of course, the top is gonna be cleanest. The seat's gonna be the dirtiest. The underneath the seat is gonna be next on the dirty. And then of course the toilet rim is gonna be the dirtiest, aside from the toilet bowl. So you wanna do it last. You don't wanna rub this and then do the top of the seat where people sit. I'm gonna flush it again to get the rest of the bubbles out, any other hairs that may have done. And on an Airbnb, we want the toilets shut. On a commercial clean, we'll leave them up to signify clean. At an Airbnb, we're gonna close them for clean. And that's it. Next, we're on to floors. Okay, now we're down to floors. I'm gonna take my broom. Even though I did get the rag back there, I'm still gonna sweep all the spaces I can. I am mostly looking for loose hair and dust in a bathroom. I'm gonna get all under here. I'm actually gonna open that. I'm gonna sweep it out into the other area. I'll show you why in a minute. Okay, once everything is swept really nice, I'm gonna take my lint roller, but I'm gonna start in the shower. I know you all just watched me sanitize and clean it, but I actually just opened it and I can see a hair. So it's not intentional, but this is just a safeguard for you. Roll the shower. Whoops. Don't push too hard like I just did. Again, this shower pan does not come perfectly clean. It is so frustrating, but it is sanitized, and now I know there's no more stray hairs. You can't see a whole lot, but there's a couple. I'm gonna shut this. Now I'm gonna do the floor, especially around the toilet. I'm just looking for those stray hairs that got left behind. I don't see any, but this just helps me know it's clean. All right, your next step is gonna be to stock your towels, but I'll show you that in a minute. We're gonna mop. Krista already filled up our mop bucket, so it's fresh and clean. If we were in a tile shower, I would actually wring out my mop and start in the shower. Always mop the showers even after I've cleaned them, just for an extra sanitize and freshness. Our mop water smells so good. I know you can't smell it, but it just smells so clean, and that's why we use it. You just want to make sure you get all of it. Now remember, I did get underneath the shelf with my hand, just to be sure. And you're ready to move on. Okay, I've already sanitized the bottom of the shower, so I'm standing on something. I'm gonna take this little key. It is hard for me to do because I'm short and I can't see it, but it's doable. Once you turn it, you just lift it off. I'll say that. All right. All right, it's just a little piece you're moving. It actually comes straight up once it's unlocked. Just gonna take my body wash and fill it up. And I'm gonna be careful not to overflow it. Guests will typically bring their own shampoo and conditioner, but they almost always use the body wash. So this is very, very important to make sure it's full. And I'm just gonna stick this back on. So this piece goes in the front. The lock goes in the back. Just goes straight on. Take my little key. lock it back. All right, and then my hand soap. Again, this would be okay to leave, but I really don't like to. Today we don't have a ton of turns, and I have time to do this. There are other days we have several. I use the funnel. It does take longer, but it eliminates a mess and waste. All right. Place it back. Okay. Now it's time for details. So we're going to take the toilet paper roll. This one is okay to leave on there. I'm going to just make a little triangle. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to get my little button stamp wet. And I'm just going to stamp the toilet paper. 1, 2, 3. I usually count to 10. So it looks nice and fresh for the guest. Next, I'm going to stock my towels. Make sure you change your trash can. Always take the trash bag out. We have plenty of these. You want it nice and fresh for the next guest. So we're just going to put a fresh trash bag in there. If there's anything that needs to be cleaned out of the trash can, please clean it out. Set it beside the toilet. And now let's stock the towels. Okay, first we're going to hang our bath mat here for the guests to put out when they get here. Each bed gets 4 towels. So this room we're doing has 1 bed. So we've got 2 towels here and 2 towels here. If we were doing a 2-bedroom, I would put 4 towels. I would stack 4 towels on top of each other and 4 towels over here. And notice I just pulled a stray hair out. Make sure you do that. These are clean towels, and this bathroom has been sanitized, but you can always find hair, so make sure you get rid of it. For each stack of towels, you're going to get a hand towel and a washcloth. And you just want to stack them nice and neat. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you want it to look presentable and nice and clean. This one has a spot on it, so I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to grab this other one. All right, then I'm going to take my makeup cloth. This one does stain a little bit, but this is from the bleach and cleaning it, so we do use those still. It's because we wash with so many whites. I'm going to just fold it. Well, if you do it on the counter, it makes it a little easier, but I like it to just say makeup. And then I will set this actually by the sink. And that's it.